Campfacer.
What's going on, campers, Camp Nation? Hope everybody's having a great summer vacation from school and all that good stuff. I know a lot of people are still working, a lot of people aren't working. There's a lot of craziness going on out in the world today, and I just hope everyone's hanging in there and enjoying life as it is. Yesterday was my birthday. I did a live birthday stream last night. It was short and sweet, but I got to play with some of my best friends I haven't hung out with in a long time. That was a lot of fun. We played that new game called The Fall Guys. It was a silly little obstacle course, last man standing type game. It's a lot of fun. And then we tried to hop into one match of Friday the 13th, and then I had to call it quits, unfortunately. But I want to say thank you for watching that stream. And if you haven't seen it, it's on my channel. It's the latest video posted on my channel, so you check it out. Please give it a thumbs up. It helps YouTube share the video to people out there in the world. I'm gonna share with you guys right now something special I got for my birthday from my wife. It's Sam from the movie Trick or Treat, and it's a Neca collectible. And I know this came out a little while ago, but I've always been wanting to get the Sam figure. There's just something about that movie. If you guys haven't seen Trick or Treat, and I'm not talking about the 1980s Trick or Treat, I'm talking about the Trick or Treat. The 1980s Trick or Treat has a soundtrack from Ozzy Osbourne, and it's a lot of fun. It's about a record that he's possessed the record after he died. He burned himself in a hotel, and he goes into the record, and this kid plays the record. He gets the only copy of the record from a radio station. Before the band broke up because the singer killed himself, he recorded the one record, and no one else in the world had the record, and he ended up, the kid that was obsessed with the band got his hands on the copy of the record. He ended up playing the record backwards in his bedroom, and it spelled out a secret message releasing his spirit from the record, and he was basically killing people as kind of like a possessive demon that came out of the record, and he was trying to coax the kid into bringing him back through the record to kill all his enemies from school. It was a really cool movie. If you haven't seen that movie, I highly recommend it. But today we're talking about the I think the 2000, I'm not sure when this came out, like 10 years ago maybe, Trick or Treat. Now this movie I loved a lot. I enjoyed this movie. If you haven't seen this, I recommend watching it before I talk about it a little bit. But I'm gonna try to not spoil too much of it. But what I liked about this movie was it had, I believe, 3 stories in one. And what was cool is all the stories tied together in one way or another. And what was really cool is in each story, you thought that the person you're watching, it was gonna be doing something crazy, like the killer, say. You thought it was building up where he was gonna do something, and come to find out by the end of the story, it wasn't that person, it was somebody else, and he was actually the victim. Kind of like that. And what was also cool was near the end of the movie, what was also cool was throughout the movie, in a story, you would see something happening in the story behind, say over there behind a fence, talking to somebody, and that was connected to the same story. But near the end of the movie, the camera flipped around, so you're watching that person behind the fence, his perspective of his story, and you see why he was saying such and such to the other guy on the other side of the fence. It sounds a little confusing, but it was pretty damn cool. It definitely had the Halloween vibe, and I can't wait to watch that movie more when October rolls around. It's such a fun film. And this guy, Sam, is kind of like the mystery little pop-up innocent guy that keeps coming through each storyline throughout the movie, and you as a viewer, you don't know who this character is, why he's showing up, and what he's doing. And it kind of brings him to be the master of Trick or Treat, the movie. When you say Trick or Treat, you think of Sam. He's kind of like the guy who introduced the movie to the world of the Halloween town. Anyways, we're gonna open up Sam, and I'm gonna show you guys, because I honestly, I'm a collector of NECA, but I'm the type of collector that likes to take them out of the package and display them and set them up in a cool way. There's different collectors. There's people that collect just the boxes. I get it, and that's so cool, but I'd rather open them up and have them and set them up. So let's get into this. I'm gonna try not to wreck the box or the cardboard because it is cool to have. I do save them, but I don't like to keep the figures on display because I don't plan on selling them. A lot of people like to collect too, to like value, to resell. Me, I'm more passionate about the horror, and I'd like to get them just because I think I appreciate them. And I can't really appreciate it when it sits in a box for too long, if you know what I mean. All right, we got the cardboard out, which is kind of cool because here's the back of it. I don't know how well the camera's picking up. And the front's cool because it leaves room for display. Like if you set this behind Sam, he could stand in front of the cardboard if you wanted him to. Okay, some twisty ties here. Oh, they're the shitty ones where you have to like, it's like elastic, you have to kind of like break it. I wish I had my knife on me right now. That kind of, I don't like those ones. I like the twisty ties, you're just easier to unravel. I feel like I'm gonna break something by doing it this way. And it kind of hurts when you snap them back. So I think that's Sam right there. I got him out. Yes. I'm gonna get his little satchel, his little, oh, see, it comes with a, his popsicle that he took a bite of and he stabbed what's-his-face in the mouth with and killed him. I don't know how you get that out though. Oh, there's a piece of Scotch tape. I do plan on I'm in the middle of working on a new voice disguiser video for all the voice disguiser fans out there. Bear with me. I want this next one to be a really good one, and I want to make sure it doesn't leave any room for questions or concerns because the last video I made, I thought it was pretty clear with my directions, and I'm not saying they were perfect, but I'm getting too many of the same technical difficulty questions, and I can't answer them all on that one video, or I'd be I waste my entire life answering questions every day. So this next video I'm doing, I want to go in I want to do something different, and I want to make sure that it helps everyone out, and I want to be very clear where there's no room for error for people saying, well, what about this? How come this doesn't work, you know? So I'm taking my time on that, but until then, I appreciate you guys coming to watch the videos that this channel's really about, because I didn't really mean for this channel to become a voice disguiser video channel tutorial, like a how-to, although I enjoy helping people out and sharing that information with my community. But here's his sack that he carries around, and he puts his little candy trick-or-treats or whatever body parts in. I don't know what he keeps in here, but this is actually made out of cloth, and the material honestly is like serious like netting, which is pretty impressive. And it's tied off with a normal tie, and it actually comes undone, and it looks like you can actually really put stuff in here. Let me see if it actually opens, actually, or if it's stitched shut. Yes, it opens. So you could actually put stuff in here, you guys. Now the rope comes free, so you can lose that, so you gotta be careful. They should have maybe stitched part of the rope on the bag so you can't lose that, and then you just retie it. But there's that. Here's his basically his weapon that he chewed and he can stab people with. It's like the pumpkin lollipop. I think I actually had one of these in real life too. And here's Sam, which I'm really impressed with because everything is cloth. That's what I liked about it. It wasn't plastic mold like a lot of the Friday the 13th figures are. I wish more figures had the real cloth like this. I just hope the camera's picking this up for you guys. Here's the back of him. At the end of the video, I'll do a better close-up. So everything, let me see, everything seems to move on him. His arms go all the way up. They go out a little bit. It doesn't seem like they bend out too far. And, oh, they bend at the elbow, which is good. His hands can move and rotate. His hands rotate all the way around 360. His legs bend out sideways. Not that he would do a split, but the knees bend. Really cool, because I think there was some scenes where he was like on his knees crawling. His legs fold out forward so he can sit. And his head rotates all the way around. And it does move up and down a little bit, not too much, maybe about 15 degrees or so. Now the question, oh yeah, his feet actually rotate too. They bend forward. You can see the heels kind of, it shows that in the back, but you can rotate the feet. There's no holes on the bottom of his feet, so you can't like stand him in a stand or anything. So you would have to like balance him on something. Now the question is, does his sack come off? Because in the movie, he does reveal his face. So that's what I was curious about. I know it showed it on the back of the card, but I wasn't totally sure if that was just a random image. And actually, it shows him holding something else in the back too. And it didn't come with that, unless I'm missing it. All right, so let me see. I'm gonna try to take Sam's mask off. And it looks like it's tied on a little bit with just the rope. I'm really curious because that would be cool if we could take his mask off and get to see his real face. Although I prefer the sack instead of his real face. But okay, so this rope comes off too, which should be tied, stitched on, because again, you could lose these and that would really suck. So it seems to be coming off. There's kind of like a, yes, okay. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get off, I'm not gonna lie. All right, it's coming off. All right. Nice. We got Sam's mask off. Hopefully you guys get a good shot of this. And he's got his pumpkin head. And that's the whole niche behind him. The orange suit, the trick-or-treating, Halloween time, he's got the pumpkin creature head. There's mystery behind this guy. And I don't know till this day where he belongs in that universe. Again, he's kind of like the little mysterious little creature in the movie. Now, does his mouth open? Let me see. Nice. There is some movement to his mouth. It doesn't seem like a lot, but his head does rotate up and down. And there's a lot of detail to his eyes and his head. I'm pretty impressed with the work on this piece. His hands look really, he's got the cut off gloves. That's pretty cool. And let's see, does the little popsicle stick fit into his hand? The one on the right. There we go. And there we go, there we have it. There's Sam from Trick or Treat. I want to say thank you for watching this little video, this unboxing of my Sam. And I want to say thank you for hanging out. If you guys have not subscribed to my channel yet, please consider. And can you guys do me a big favor and give me a thumbs up on this video? It helps YouTube share this video with others out there. Hey, camper. Again, thank you for watching. And you know what I'm going to say, you guys? Again, stay out of the woods.